My name is Peter Koze, and I'm currently an undergraduate student at the University of Guelph. I'd like to welcome you here for the College of Social and Applied Human Science Convocation ceremony. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduands, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black in color, and the hood is different for each degree program. For doctorates of the University of Guelph, the color of the gowns is light blue, and even a brighter color for the honorary degrees. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me, and shown on the front of your convocation program, also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection with liberal arts through the book, and to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to the abundance of agriculture through the cornucopia at the bottom. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to either happy is one who's able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the University of Guelph and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, the beadle was chosen by instructor or work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is a ceremonial officer of the Senate. Following the beadle, the mace of the chancellor, president, members of administration, and honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board, and Senate members, faculty, and staff. Degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing specific degree being awarded. With college, we will begin with doctorates and magistrates, followed by baccalaureate programs. The name reader will present scholars to the chancellor and presidents by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. The moment will be recorded on video, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The chancellor and president will each grant each student in center stage, and photographs will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask for you to hold your applause until the end of each group graduate crossing the stage. Once all degrees are conferred and cheered for, the chancellor will close the ceremony and recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all platform party is processed out of the hall. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting social media developed especially for Convocation. Please share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to families and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph. Thank you.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I would like to acknowledge the Attawandaron people on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph resides, and offer respect to our Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors as we strengthen our relationships with them. Traditionally, an invocation invites the blessing of God on an event, and if you believe in a higher being, you may be giving thanks right now for this occasion. Well, what if your worldview does not include a higher power? Can this day still be significant, both academically and spiritually? I believe it can. If you are the parent or friend of one of these graduands, you know today is significant. Some of you may be so surprised and even shocked that your son, daughter, or friend made it to today that you now believe in miracles, if not God. You are proud of what they have achieved. As they face the challenge of finding the right context to apply their education, may you continue your support, always mindful that to be loving, caring, and encouraging is at the heart of providing the spiritual support that we all need. If you are one of the faculty members who taught, cajoled, encouraged, and mentored these graduates to reach this milestone, you too know that this day is significant. May you have a deep sense that it was worth it, that this is what all their years of education were for, that this is what your long years of education were for, and may you have renewed energy to do the same with the next class of undergrads. And for the students before me who are graduating today, may you be thankful, determined, and good. Thankful for your parents, the profs, and the life force that brought you into existence, determined to make this world a better place, and good, both in your field and in your character. If spirituality is about values more than beliefs, you have been encouraged at the University of Guelph to embrace life-enhancing values like caring and compassion, along with academic achievement. Whether you believe in a higher being, an impersonal life force, or simply in life, love, and goodness in our universe, may this be one of the most significant days of your life as you become more equipped than ever in whatever field you choose to go into to change lives and improve life. Amen, which means so be it. You may be seated.
How are you? Good. You guys are doing a great job. Members of the board, honorary fellows and faculty of the university, families and friends of the graduands and graduands, welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor of serving as president and vice chancellor of this great university. And I'm privileged to welcome you today to Convocation. Now, as we begin today's Convocation ceremony, let me offer a few congratulatory remarks. First off, graduates, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done. Congratulations. Now, a big part of this day is about you, but there are others here that this is also an important day for. So before we go on, graduates, there's a group of individuals here who I'm sure you will agree deserve your special attention, and they are those family members and friends who have supported you from the sidelines throughout your time here at Guelph. So this is an opportunity for you to give a little shout out to families and friends here. So in preparing this welcome, I reflected on the address I gave at my installation as President and Vice Chancellor last fall. And a central part of my message then was about how this university has prepared you, our graduates, for this very moment and for the years that will follow. So let me share with you some of my thoughts from that installation speech last fall. I'm an optimist by nature, and in many ways, we are living through what might be remembered as one of the most exciting and important periods throughout history. Our world is marked by incredible advances in life sciences and physical sciences, in information and communications technology, in the sheer volume and discovery of knowledge. And through all this change, advances in the social sciences, in the arts, and the humanities are testing our belief systems. They challenge our constructs against new and evolving societal contexts. We're also seeing isolated disciplines and subject matter coming together in fresh and exciting ways. Think about it: music and computer technology, healthcare and robotic engineering, materials science and agriculture. More and more, those connections make knowledge more accessible and more abundant than ever. They also effectively shrink the gap between the generation of knowledge and the application of knowledge. In our fast-paced and interconnected world, the distance has narrowed and continues to narrow between today and tomorrow. And that, graduates, presents challenges, but it also presents wonderful opportunities for you and for all of us. So what are the human attributes that will allow us to thrive in these dynamic times? Well, they include the ability as individuals and as a university for us to adapt and to readapt in a healthy way to uncertainty and change. And by adaptation, I don't mean passive habituation. I'm referring to the act of very consciously and deliberately redefining ourselves based on what is going on around us. When faced with change, people adapt. Sometimes they adapt in healthy ways, and sometimes they adapt in less than healthy ways. The opportunity for you, our graduates, is to adapt to change in healthy ways. To undertake thoughtful analysis that will help you find what I like to call the upside of uncertainty, or the upside of uncertainty and change. This provides hope, provides inspiration, I believe is a basis for discovery. It's about taking uncertainty and change and turning it into something positive, something special. Now, you've spent the last few years of your lives studying and learning here at the University of Guelph. And an important part of our mission as a university has been to provide our students, you, our graduates, with the tools to successfully adapt and navigate through the complexities and the dynamics of a modern society. We've tried to help instill an ability to adapt, and I would say to indeed thrive in tomorrow's ever-changing world. Your experience at the University of Guelph has prepared you for that. In your years here, you've had the opportunity to learn, to witness world-renowned breakthroughs, and to grow personally. And what you've learned here goes beyond the teaching of subject matter strictly, and towards the process of learning, learning to learn, creativity, and adaptation. As successful graduates, many of you will blend knowledge, mixing and matching ideas from separate disciplines. And years here at Guelph have given you both the creative skills as well as the analytical skills to apply that knowledge in innovative and new ways. So as you enter this exciting next stage of your lives, I encourage you all to draw on your experiences here at the University of Guelph as learners and as members of a very special community, and to bring the very best you have to offer to every experience. Embrace the opportunities that arrive, look to create your own opportunities, and also dare to dream and to reach for a higher sense of purpose. And find new and fresh ways to take what you've learned here to engage with and make a difference in your world. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you once again.
I am pleased to invite Alan Joseph, University Professor Emeritus and former Dean, to now give the Convocation address.
Mr. Chancellor, colleagues, family and friends of graduands, and of course, graduands, I'm delighted to be speaking to you today. I first had the honor of addressing Convocation nearly 15 years ago. As the new dean of this college, I did my best to convey to those in attendance my personal commitment to post-secondary education in general and to this university in particular. Arrayed before me on that day were a cross-section of your predecessors, individuals whose personal successes and collective achievements since graduation says much of this university and of the ability and preparedness of its graduates. Yes, and this is particularly for parents, we have compelling evidence that there is indeed life after university. Each of you will succeed in your individual and distinctive ways, and you will develop new identities. One of those new identities will be as an alumnus or alumna of this university. As Dean of the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, for the first decade of this millennium, I had the pleasure of reading the names of more than 10,000 graduating students. And I only totally screwed up one. And, of course, I listened to more than 50 convocation addresses. Now, that's stamina. I learned much about the ingredients of a successful convocation address from the distinguished academic colleagues and prominent citizens who spoke, as I do today, to this assembly. However, I think I learned even more from our students and their friends and families in conversations following convocation. Under the influence of the potent combination of hospitality services, coffee and cakes, opinions of the convocation address were freely offered. Three messages came through clearly. An address must be targeted, otherwise will not reach its destination. Its passage must be noticeable, so that an end can be anticipated. And above all, it must be brief, so the spotlight can be moved to the stars of the show, the graduands. I will attempt to follow these rules by directing my brief remarks to three groups: the colleagues who share the stage with me today, family and friends, and finally, the graduands. These three groups are not as separate as they might first appear. The remarks I will direct to each group are shaped by my own experience as a student, as a husband, and as a parent, as well as by my career as a university teacher and administrator. In what sometimes seems like an earlier lifetime, I was myself a student. My sons have difficulty thinking of this. At three different universities. I've also been the spouse of a mature student who took 2 degrees at this university, and the parent of 2 students also took degrees at this university, at which each student who convocates today the success that my wife and sons have achieved since graduation. And parents and spouses, I wish you the feeling of deep satisfaction that I feel about their success. Turning figuratively, but not literally, to my colleagues on the stage, I urge you to continue to view teaching as an integral part of your search for knowledge. My own experience, shaped over 4 decades of teaching and mentoring, is that understanding of ideas and concepts is progressively deepened through the exercise of explaining them to others. And I know that some of the students here will have had the same experience of trying to explain something to a friend over and over and over. Breakthroughs in understanding can occur in the classroom as well as in the laboratory, with the inquiring mind of students often acting as the catalyst for true eureka moments. In addition to the direct benefits that flow from active engagement with the learning process of students, are the more disparate but undoubtedly greater benefits that flow indirectly from the training of minds. Those minds will, in their time, almost always contribute far more collectively than even the cleverest and most able of university teachers. Take pride in the achievement of your students and savor those moments when you can encourage their creativity and provide mentorship to them as they strive for excellence. Family and friends, and especially parents. For you, this is surely a time of mixed emotions. There's undoubtedly great pride in the achievement of your loved one, tempered perhaps by an awareness that one stage of life is ending and another beginning. There may be profound relief that fees no longer need to be paid, but a sneaking suspicion that the spare bedroom may, at least for a while, again be spoken for. Regardless, delight in the realization that in all sorts of ways, their success is yours. Beyond the very real need for financial support that most of you have met, it is the sometimes greater need for emotional support and validation that they will remember. This need you have met. Even the most able and well-organized student encounters challenges. You have helped them to move through such challenges and to grow stronger in the process. My thanks to you, but let me thank especially those parents who could not themselves take advantage of a university or college education. It's certainly true of my mother and father, who left school at 13 and 14, respectively. Leaps of faith and sacrifice are a necessary part of life as generations support the future. Last but not least, graduands. Some of you will remember this day vividly, others not at all. What is important is that you recognize and hold in your heart the debt owed to your family, to your fellow students, and to those who guided you through the learning process. Few journeys are taken alone, and few fail to have an impact on the traveler. Strive to always do your best, but be patient with others. In a future workplace, you may well find yourself disappointed in the performance of a colleague. Try to understand him or her as a person, to appreciate the nature and source of the problems that he or she may be encountering. Such a fellow worker will benefit from your understanding and help, but you will be the real winner. Being a decent human being never goes out of style. As you move through your careers and the lives that encompass them, keep an open mind. There will always be lessons to be learned. You are well equipped, perhaps even more than you're aware, to acquire new knowledge. Seek it out, live to learn. Only the truly ignorant are really confident in the completeness of their knowledge. In closing, I exhort you to share the benefits of your education with others. Make a difference. Be proud of yourself. Make your family, friends, and university even prouder of you.
Thank you very much, Professor Joseph, for reminding all of us the importance of being good to others. I think that's a lesson that's most important, and for giving a bit of life lesson for every members of the community who is here today. So thank you. Scholars, well, students, and soon not to be students, graduates, this is your moment. So please, will the graduating class rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Now, will member of the graduating class please be seated?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Smithers. I'm the interim dean of the College of Social and Applied Human Science. If I could just ask a favor, please. I know that each of you has a loved one here today, and you will want to exclaim your joy, your support, your astonishment, perhaps, for that person as they cross the stage. That's absolutely fine that you do that. Could we ask, though, that we hold our collective applause for each cohort until each of those groups has gone through, and I will give you a signal as to when those times are. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science Honors Program. Jordan Cesar Barrera. Kelsey Barton with distinction. Shannon Elizabeth Coffey with distinction. Kristen Ashley Fulford. Kiara Siobhan Green. Stephanie Dawn Hanchek. Maya Israelov Smith with distinction. Laura Elizabeth Lawless with distinction. Lindsay M. Leduc with distinction. Erin Elizabeth Lowry. Victoria Dakota Ann Milligan. Monica Kathleen Potts with distinction. Sabrina Danielle Quinn. Danielle Maria Ranke. Rachel Emily Tupling. Shannon Jeanette Ward. Mallory Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating these scholars. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Adedumola Dupe Adegbusi. Olivia Marin Anderson. Andrea Beaton. Matthew Brown. Zachary Benjamin Brown. Alexandra Carla Buffoni. Alyssa Cabral. Justina Chomiak. Alyssa Cipriano. Tiffany Lauren Cohen. Valerie Cote. Natasha Margaret Coverdale. Michael DiPaolo. Alexandra Griswold Dixon. Jenna Catherine Easter. Noah Eisner. Egan Fennell. Linnea Franson. Jordan Terrence Gallagher. Vanessa Giannini. Charlotte Graham with distinction. Stephanie Haft. Jocelyn Janet Hansen with distinction. Evan Andrew Howison with distinction. Anthony Jen with distinction. Christine Michelle Calica. Kira Ann Kelly. Laura Blythe Knowlton. Samantha Kosakowski. Christopher Edward Lachance. Michelle Liederman with distinction. Sarah Elizabeth Litchfield. Taylor Little. Simone Alexandra Millette Ford. Megan Leslie Mastro Pietro. Naomi Deborah Tova Max. David Patrick Andrew McGarry. Sean Bernard McKenna. It's about time we had a shout out. It's a pretty well-behaved crowd. Stephanie Claire Machino. Courtney Lynn Milne. Leora Danielle Morris. Kathleen Jane O'Brien. Amelia Odie. Kristen Elizabeth Osuzik. Andrea Padaveri with distinction. Robin Winter Allen Peer. Laura Penny. Irena Petrovic. Matthew David Porter. Heather Lynn Rayner. Rachel Morgan Rugrock. Chloe Schleichhorn with distinction. Kristen Mary Schlorf with distinction. Christina Grace Spilak. Sydney Alexandra Thrasher. Brittany Meredith Watson. Jacob Mark Watson. Gerald Bradley Westman.
Oh, sorry. Hood hug picture.
Courtney Lynn Whiteside. I've got a feeling these people know each other. Claire Wiles. Emma Catherine Winnington Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating these scholars. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree Bachelor of Arts General Program. Joanna May Aguilar. Kelly Jean Baker. Amara Nicole Bates. Virginia Christina Bates. Kirsten Helen Beckley. Alicia Lauren Bilodeau. John Alexander Buckley. Katie Michelle Casucci. At high speed. Kaylee Chamberlain Deacons. Jordan Claxton. Taylor Cleary. Jordan Cleveland. Haley Dara. Blake Alex Desormeaux. Morgan Catherine Dobroshinsky. Joseph Brandon Dominelli. Madeline Yvonne Donofrio. Megan Lee Beryl Takei. Samara Beth Frankel. Brittany Georges. Sonny Guest. Melissa Rita Marie Haddock. Beverly Hanrahan. Rachel Noemi Hansen. Ashley Nicole Holdaway. Davina Dita Indarto. Laura Teresa Jackson. Amber Elizabeth Jacques. Hina Kapoor. Andrea Nicole Kavanaugh. Brendan John Kelly. Jade Kucha. Kelly June Labatt. Madison Amanda Linden. Rachel Kimberly Link. Ryan Lutzko. Keon Malikmanesh. Alyssa Grace Marshall. Amanda Marzelek. Amira Matruk. Meredith Louisa McCauley. Alina McGuire. Victoria Elizabeth McLeah. Jenny Miller. Rebecca Kimberly Mueller. Carolyn Anna Murchie. Avery Nicole. Dana Panozo. Nicolette Miller Paradella. Avery Krista Patrick. Caitlin Salonga. Anne Eleanor Savage. Brett Saunders. Brianna Soper. Brianna Lindsay Spears Barker. Reed Kennedy Spence. Marissa Nicole Taylor. Jenna Elizabeth Thorkildson. Catherine Jean Todd. Rebecca Chelsea Walker. Caitlin Marie Wilson. Brianna Michelle Wright. Jordan Alexander Zuckerman Kravitz. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Science that they may be admitted to the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Michael Eric Flewelling. Katie Marissa Parkins. Alex Charles Vertes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating all of these scholars.
Mr. Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduands listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of this authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduands not present.
Well, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Well done. Well, we are all so very proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph, and we're certainly going to continue to be interested in seeing how the foundations that you've developed here as a student will support you in the future. And we want to celebrate your achievements and your successes and hope that you'll stay in touch. And remember that you're always welcome here. Of course, you are a student for a short time, but you're a Griffin forever. So keep that in mind as you remember your alma mater. Exactly. So following convocation, Dr. John Smithers, the acting dean of the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, will host a reception for all graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall. And this really is an opportunity to congratulate the graduates. And I hope that many of you are able to attend and can arrange to do that. So a couple of housekeeping items. Once you've taken all the photographs, graduates, if you could please return your gowns and hoods to the tent outside. Sometimes there's a tendency to just keep going. If you could just hang a right and drop the hoods and gowns off before you do that, that'd be great. We do host 21 convocation ceremonies this week in total, and waiting outside is the next group of families who are eager, of course, to see their graduate cross the stage. So if you could please exit through the doors at the front end, that's this end of the hall, that would be terrific, and it would allow us to prepare the hall for the next group. So thank you again. Congratulations to all. And now the final word goes to our Chancellor.
Convocation is dismissed.